Okay, here's one for you. Society's concept of gender is a really kind of bizarre one. You have, if you're female, you have this very girly perception. You know, makeup, dresses, the high heels, and the vulnerability, the emotions, the feelings, the crying, and the secretaries and the nurses, and we all have it. Society tells it to us that we're no good at DIY, we can't do a lot of ourselves, and that's what society does. We're no good at DIY, we can't do those kind of things, we need a man to do it for us. And society tells men that they are tough, they are strong, they need to help women because women can't do things for themselves, and yeah. They're the breadwinners, and women are the mothers and the homemakers, and dads are the workers and the providers and the things like that. Society has that. It does that to people. And of course, we all know the stereotypes for gay people and lesbians. Lesbians are butch, into football and beer. Gay people are effeminate, very overdramatic and over the top and very la-di-da. Yes, queen, that kind of thing. Sipping champagne kind of thing, wearing all sparkles. They're stereotypes, and I am pretty sure on this planet there are many people, male, females, gays, and lesbians, that fit into those stereotypes. There will be. But for 80% of the world, we don't. Women are strong, they're tough, they're capable of doing anything they want. They're power hungry, they're bitches, they're, oh God, they're hard work. And they can be real nasty pieces of work as well. There are some decent ones out there, there really are. But, and men are vulnerable and weak and capable of being full of emotion and not having this powerful job where they're earning thousands a day, where they're just working in McDonald's or, car washing, There are people that just do not fit into the stereotypes, regardless of how you look at it. And it did make me wonder if the they-thems decided that because they don't fit into these stereotypes, they don't fit into a box, and it doesn't matter how they look at their life and how they look at who they are as people, they'll never fit in to how society says they need to be. And because they feel like outsiders, to fit in a little bit, to feel like they belong in society, that they'll be accepted in society, they gave themselves a purpose. Not so much a purpose, but they changed their pronouns. They made a whole new box for themselves. One where they didn't have to try to mould themselves into something they're not, or pretend to be something they're not, because they didn't feel either girly or particularly boyish. The girls didn't feel like they were girls, And they didn't feel particularly boyish either. And the boys didn't feel like, well, I'm not really that much of a boy. I don't really feel like a girl either. Where do I fit? Don't really fit anywhere because I'm a bit of both. Because, I can be tough, I can be whatever, I can do all of that. I'm strong, I'm tough, I'm this. That's what society says a man should be, and I'm a man. But at the same time, I'm weak, I'm vulnerable, I have emotions, and hey, guess what? I love sparkles. And I prefer cocktails to beer. Things that are supposed to be inherently girlish. Oh yeah, and I love my bubble baths. I'm a man and I love my bubble baths. People like that, men like that, think, oh no, so I don't really fit into where society expects me to be, so I'm a them instead. And then you've got the female side of it all. She's got emotions, with feelings, she has no issues crying, but then she's really strong, she's got a great job, might be a mother, but at the same time, she's a absolute dab hand at DIY and loves beer. Yeah. Got a killer hair, makeup to die for, can rock her heels, but can fix a washing machine. Can put up a shelf and make it straight. Yeah. So instead of trying to fit in or find a place for themselves in society's constructs in where they say that they should be, they made a new one. So they became a they or a them. And in finding a new box, society expanded a bit to include them. And all of a sudden, you've got a whole new group of people who are capable of just living their lives and being who they want to be without the pressures of society telling them who they're supposed to be, depending on their gender. And although it works, and it's fine, and there's no issue with it, I do think there's far too much sensitivity amongst those people. I think because it's such a new concept, the they-thems have become are so new, they are very, very sensitive, and it's causing a lot of issues. And those issues will eventually make it very difficult for people to want to accept them or even understand them. Because all they're seeing right now is that the they-thems are upset, annoyed, and angry because people are getting their genders wrong. They're getting their pronouns wrong. And instead of being understanding and trying to explain, they just get upset and they get cross. So I applaud the they-thems for, if I'm right, and please tell me if I'm wrong, is the reasoning. And please explain to me if I am wrong, the real reasoning behind they-thems. But the sensitivity, instead of you do need to stop, but they-thems, you do need to, instead of keep yelling at people, you need to start explaining to people why you are using those pronouns. Help people to understand you instead of yelling at them. Because all the while you're yelling and getting cross, nobody's understanding the reality. So if I'm wrong about the reason, then please explain it and please tell me where I'm wrong. But I feel it's a good explanation, and something tells me that it makes sense. But again, if I'm wrong, please explain it to me, and actually explain it to me, please. But I would like that it would be better for society if, instead of yelling at people when they get your pronouns wrong, you would give an explanation, because it should then help people to stop getting your pronouns wrong and actually help them to address you in the proper manner without condemnation, or without patronising you, or without anything. If they understand your reasoning, or understand why you're using them, it will help you and us. So yeah,